Right, let's check our audio and video there. Check, check, microphone check, testing 1, 2, testing 1, 2. Right, let's check our audio and video there. Check. Right, appears we have audio and video, my friends. So, how the hell is everybody? Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Hope everybody is safe and well. So, we're still in the testing process here with the new Logitech headset. I listened back to the previous broadcast or the previous test I did. I did not like the audio that I heard. Basically, it sounded very compressed. It sounded very high frequency. It sounded very tinny. So basically, I just did not like the the audio quality that came from the headset. So what I did was I completely uninstalled the Logitech G Pro software, wiped it out of the registry, completely cleaned it out of the system. And basically I'm just using the default settings, without the blue voice or anything like that. Just, like a straight line audio from the, the headset and that type of thing, without any, digital or audio processing. So hopefully, I don't know. I'll listen to it back later on, but hopefully it sounds a little better. So, Sir Tony, how the hell are you, sir? How are things? Thank you for tuning in, my friend. I appreciate that. Hope you're doing well, sir. So, yeah, some interesting mods to look at. Odd, weird, bizarre mods. I thought some of these might be relevant for, the upcoming Silver Run Forest, for logging, that type of thing. And so these are all by the same modder. Now I can't I can't think of his name at the moment. But so basically we have 4 very odd looking mods. And some of them I would imagine you'd be able to use, maybe some not. This thing is just absolutely bizarre. Look at this bloody thing. So this is some kind of a, I don't know, like a sky crane or something? That you would, for moving, I don't know. What would you use something like this for, Tony? Would you use it? Clearly it has some kind of logging grab on it, right? But I would imagine in the real world you would use it for moving, I don't know, pallets or big loads or something. You can kind of go up here. So this is the Senenbogen 850E. Okay. So we'll just take a look around at the damn thing and just see what it looks like. So you have your cabin, obviously. You have our max cab. It has a beacon light. That beacon light isn't installed very well. There, see that beacon light? It is, I don't know. It's a little bit off there. I think it needs to be moved in a little bit more. You know what I mean? You can see it there. It's kind of, I don't know. It's not. I don't think it's positioned properly. Oh shit. God damn it. So you have to get up to the kind of the top of it there to kind of get into the vehicle. So we'll just take a look around and spin around in it and see what it looks like. So she has lights at the sides. I don't see any glass on those lights. Maybe they're there. You have all the cabling. It's an absolutely enormous. Loading trucks in a train, yeah. You could probably use this for logging, I'm sure, as well, I'm sure there are use cases for it. The 3D model is not too bad. So I'm just going to take a look around and that type of thing, see what it looks like. So these are the default colors. I'm not sure if it has any like color choice or anything on this thing. I haven't checked the logs, the in-game logs. I have checked it through Giant's Test Runner. All the mods are fine. Nothing oh. Okay, so there's no collision on the there is no collision on the thingy. Let's try that again. So yeah, there's no collision on the arm. Alright, so we know that now. Beacon light. As I said, I would probably reposition that beacon light. I do that a little different me myself. Whatever. It's fine. So we have the exhaust smoke. So we have a control group with this mod as well. So he's put in sounds with this. Can you hear the audio okay? Let me juice up the little volume a bit. The volume is a little bit low actually. mph. Black smoke coming out of the back. Let me turn that down to 50. So yeah, this would be realistic, I guess, in the real world. You know, these things would not move very fast, you know, in the real world. I think the black smoke is a little bit too heavy on this. I toned down the smoke a little bit on this, personally. So he does have sounds associated with the various arm movements. Let's see how far this thing goes out. Let's see how far she stretches. That's a hell of a reach right there. Look at that. Holy shit. Whoa! Okay, you're gonna have to take it easy there, look. She's kind of tipping over. Ooh, okay. That, yeah, jeez, that's a long bloody reach. Look at that shit. Holy crap. You can obviously turn it around. So a full 360-degree rotation. No sound though moving this. So I would have liked the sound, you know, going left and right like this. That would have been, I mean, that could be added, I guess. So there are some collisions on the boom at the end. Right, so there's going to be a lot more control schemes on this, obviously. So that's that. That's that. Now what's this? Oh, you can move the bottom arm up and down. Okay. Right. Rotate. Oh, you can turn it around. Very nice. Okay, so hold the two buttons together on the controller. So a full 360-degree rotation spin. You can open it up. Right. No sounds associated with the opening and closing of these arms. So I'd like him to add that, sounds to that. What do you think the chances of us seeing something like this, Tony, in Silver Run? You think we'd get something like this? I'm just kind of wondering, you know, maybe we might get something like a stacker, you know, for the containers. That's kind of my thought process. I'm looking. Where's the bloody logs, Tony? How do I generate logs in this thing? Add palette. Add logs. There we go. Right. So that bloody arm. See, this is what I'm afraid of with Silver Run Forest. Look at the physics of this shit. Look. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a bloody nightmare. Whoa, whoa! Oh Jesus, it did it though. Holy crap! There we go. So yeah, I mean, you know, shit. This isn't bad. How's she gonna react with the weight? Am I stuck in something? I think I am. Oh, she is not liking that. That is a lot of weight on the front there. She is. Oh, she's. Oh no, no. Okay, we need to adjust this. Hold on a second. There we go. Oh, there we go. Oh Jesus. God. Oh crap. See. Right. So yeah, I mean, physics is going to be a thing in you know in Silver Run. So this is going to be a problem. I don't know. Jesus, I'd put some more weight in this thing. So it is struggling with this. It's not moving. Oh shit. Oh god damn it. So yeah, look at the log physics. Jesus. Well, I'm screwed now. Now, I'll have to take a look at the log, you know, the in-game log, to see what it looks like, if it's got bugs or errors. But so far, it's not bad. You know, it's not bad at all. I do think it needs more weight to kind of stabilize it, you know what I mean, with the holding logs, because I have a feeling it would tip over quite easy. But, you know, you can move logs around with this shit. Drop them down. So I may have to drive a lot faster now, look. So once again, stability would be an issue with this thing. Especially with your, you know, when you have those large logs. Maybe underneath here you could put like a rear weight or something like that, you know what I mean, to give it a bit more stability. Or basically, what I'd probably do is I'd just add some mass to the vehicle just to make it a little bit heavier. Let's take a look in cab. So that's a static image. That's just a decal he has there. It would have been nice if there was a live screen, you know, like a camera view, so you could see. So what I'd like to see from this mod, right? I'd like another camera view on the arm here, right at the bottom. So place a camera down around this area here, so you can see the you know, this part here, you know, so just easier to you know, pick up the logs. So, you know, another camera view would be a good idea. It wouldn't be that difficult to add that. It does have a beeper. So you have the internal cab here. I mean, there's nothing really in here, you know what I mean? It's very, very basic. You have your fire extinguisher, you have your seat. I'm not entirely sure where this mod came from. Probably FS17 or 19. You know, I don't expect these pedals at the bottom to work or anything, or seat suspension, and they don't actually move. I wouldn't imagine they would. But just kind of, you know, my initial impression of it is, you know, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. You know, as a you know, as a 3D model. So that error is being generated from the exhaust extension, so that can be ignored. I'm not worried about that. So so I'm getting, yeah, there are some errors here. So there's the Grove has an error. It has no AI agent attachment or a warning. That should be easy to fix. That's no problem. Not worried about that. The else is there? So the XML shader is showing up as version 4. So when I attempted to increase that to the version 5, I got some errors, extra errors in the mod. So I decided to leave that 4. So that's why the vehicle shader errors are showing there. The Kramer Forestry forklift. Let's go up the list here and see what else is here. See if anything else is standing out. So yeah, there's a few little issues there. I don't think there's anything major. I would imagine these could be fixed. So I'll take a look, obviously offline, later on, and see can I eliminate these. Index not found for Liber 980. That's in the gantry for the Sennenborgen. So I'll have to look at that. So yeah, there are a few little issues there, as you can see. So, you know, we'll have to take a look at those. But you know what? As a mod, as a standalone mod, it's actually quite nice. It's not bad. It's something different. You know, you don't often see something like this. You know. So yeah, you know, not bad. And you have the little, you know, the effects with the crawlers. You know, they do make nice noise when they're driving along. Unusual mod, you know, you don't often see stuff like this. So, you know, I guess you could probably use something like this in Silver Run Forest, you know, at the main kind of logging, you know, at the sawmill or whatever, you know, the main kind of area that you're going to be working in. You know, you could have this kind of like a placeable, you know what I mean? So you could load logs, you know, from your, you know, your logging trailer or whatever, and put them onto the trains and that type of thing, you know what I mean? Could be, you know, an alternative to using the, you know, the Volvo L200H, you know what I mean, to load the logs, you know. And you've got a much, much larger reach in this thing. I mean, the reach in this is enormous. So, my kind of impression of this, you know, without having dug too deeply into it, we probably should check the basics of this to make sure all the lights work. Let's just check out the lights here. So we do have lights, 2 lights at the front, lights on the side, lights on the rear. Clearly it wouldn't have any hazard lights or anything like that. I wouldn't imagine it would. She is all legs, this thing. Look at that, huh? And she has a long reach in her as well. Look at that. Very, very long reach in this thing. So most of the, as I said, most of the FS22 sound scheme is in there. There's no kind of sound for this rotation. There's no sound for the opening and closing of this, but you know, you could add those. That's not a big deal. You know, there are other mods with this kind of clamping action. You just copy it from some other mods XML, you know, and you'll get the sounds for that shit. Yeah, not bad. Not bad though. Different, something different. You know, needs a little bit of work in terms of, you know, there's a few little errors there that need fixing, but I don't imagine it's going to be that difficult. There's nothing substantially wrong with the mod, you know. not the most detailed 3D model I've ever seen. You know, it's not bad, but it's not massively detailed. But I wouldn't imagine that there are hugely, you know, detailed mods in the real world either. I mean, I haven't actually seen one. So you kind of go up here. Oh, I have to turn the bloody thing, don't I? Yeah, you have to turn it to get up. There's only one way to get up, look. So it has to be like that. Yeah. Yeah, so that's how you get up there. Not bad though, not bad at all. So that's the Sennenbogen 850E gantry crawler. She's a big boy, you know, something for logging, you know, something different. So then we have this bloody thing. So this is a Kalmar. I don't know if this is rebranded from some other mod. The 3D model, just based on my kind of observation, it's not the, you know, it doesn't have the greatest quality, you know, level of detail. This is definitely from FS17. I could tell by the i3D file and the textures and everything that it was from 17. It's using an FS17 vehicle shader as well. I've seen some videos on much bigger ones than that. You have to pick up regular excavators and put them... Oh, really? Alright. Like in a real world vehicle or in farm sim? Because I think I've seen something like this before, but I don't know. I think I've definitely seen something like this before. So this is the Kalmar DRF 450. So this looks like another log grabber type thing. So she has a beacon light. So yeah, I can already tell that you know, it's not the highest quality, you know, most detailed 3D model I've ever seen. I would imagine she's designed for heavy duty weight. The wheels in this are old. Look how old the wheels are, look. These are FS17 wheels for sure. Look, because they're all glossy and that type of thing. That wheel hub looks like it's missing a texture because of the color of it. Massive buckets too for unloading grain from cargo ships. Yeah, you'd probably see them unloading, you know, the huge containers. So yeah, this is definitely an older 3D model. So it's got some detailing in it, you know. It's got some holes and stuff. I wonder if that's an attacher joint. See this part here? I wonder, can you hook up something to this? We'll test it. The color of the glass looks weird. So yeah, the color of that glass needs to be adjusted. That's a very, very odd color. It looks fine then from the kind of the outside view. But there's definitely some kind of a I don't know, there's definitely some kind of coloring there on the glass that needs changing. So let's see what kind of so some of the dials do work. Yeah, they work. Oh, so he does have another camera view, right? So that's your default view, in cab, and then that one. So that's a good idea. That's for your, you know, your loading of logs and whatever. So you've got some views of this kind of front piece here. So he has no sounds associated with the, you know, the pistons or anything. So it might be an idea for him to add, you know, the sounds and that type of thing. So kind of get the idea of what we're going for here. So there should be some other features. So we have a full 360-degree rotation. We can obviously clamp. Once again, no sounds associated with all these actions. So it would be nice if the modder in question. So we have dual wheels at the front. We have a single set of wheels at the back, and obviously the steering axle is at the back as well. So that's a little bit different. So yeah, it definitely looks like it's from FS17. You can see some of the, you know, the dirty kind of textures and that type of thing. So where the hell are those bloody logs that I had? So she's quite slow. Well, that's probably realistic to the how they are. So once again, you know, this could potentially be used for logging. So I'm just wondering, guys, what do you think? Do you think we'll get something like this in the Silver Run Forest? What is the potential of having something like this? So this is your kind of your third camera view here. It does have reverse sounds. That's good. Right. So okay, we picked up a few logs. There we go. So there you go. That, you know, not bad. Yeah, there's clearly a lot of space in these grapples. Look how many logs. How many logs is there? And there's what? Let's count them up. 3, like 9 of them. You know, you could easily fit, I don't know, maybe 14. You know, you could probably maybe fit 14 logs. There's a lot of space in there left, like, so you could probably you know, put more logs in there. So as I said, you've got full 360-degree rotation on this thing. You obviously have up and down, in and out. Let's release the Kraken, as they say. So there you go. Yeah, I don't know. I think we might get something like this in the Silver Run Forest, you know, from Giants. I wouldn't be surprised to see a vehicle like this, and probably maybe like different attachment heads, so we can, you know, grab containers as well, you know, logs and that type of thing. So yeah, this is obviously an older 3D model. It is from Farming Simulator 17. Someone has obviously, you know, ported it over. So, you know, it's not the most detailed, but, you know, functionally it works. I guess that's the main thing. So we're just testing the lights and that type of thing to make sure that everything's functional. Just test the lights as well on this thing. So 1, 2, 3. So I have 3 sets of lights. We have lights up there as well. Not sure if there's lights anywhere else. Beacon light, hoses, exhaust. Let's test and see if you can hook up a trailer to this. We'll get this. I think this is probably the best one. She is not the fastest, but I doubt she is in the real world either. Oh, sir, I'm gonna have to move you. So far, I think this is the highlight. You know, I like this the most so far. I think this is great potential, this piece of kit here, for, you know, at the sawmill on Silver Run, have it as a, you know, like a static, you know, tool or object or whatever, you know. And I think you could get you know, a lot of logs moved with this bloody thing. So we're probably going to see more logging equipment. I've seen in the last couple of weeks more and more logging mods surface, you know, on the quote-unquote dodgy websites and on the mod hub. So there is no attacher joint at the back here. So there's something there, right, obviously. So it looks like there's a pin in there, look. But yeah, it doesn't function. So once again, not a bad mod. It's, I think, you know, my kind of opinion of it, it's a little bit low resolution for my taste. The 3D model is just a little bit too old, you know. You have these plasticky wheels which you'd see in, you know, FS17 and that type of thing. Looking at the zip file, you know, the texturing is obviously from FS17. It functions pretty well, but you know, it's not up to, you know, FS22 standards, you know. So that's kind of that one. Next up, we have this bloody thing. God knows what I'm supposed to do with this bloody thing. Holy shit! So this is the Manitowoc Grove by Manitowoc. Yeah, I've never heard of this brand, Manitowoc. So this is clearly some kind of a crane. You have your cables and that type of thing. The 3D model doesn't look too bad. I would assume these function, move out, and, you know, the support legs or whatever they call it. Just listen to that again. Not a bad engine startup sound. $11 mph. We'll go into the shop and look at the options eventually. So we have a steering mode. So we have all-wheel steering. So this is the, you know, your crawlers. So front wheel steering, crab steering, very nice. Crab steering left and right. All-wheel steering. Reverse beep sounds. Check out the basics, I guess. Let's see what that looks like. See what else is here. We have it on the front as well. Quite bright, these things. Look at the light. So I think that light is an older light. That could be from FS17. That doesn't seem like a 19 type of light shader or whatever they're using there. It's that's an older kind of so 1, 2. So 2 stages of lights. First stage, second stage. Where is the let's look at the back. First stage, second stage. So that's interesting. So watch what happens when I hit the first stage. Right, so there's no light on the ground, right? If I hit the second stage, there is. So that could be an error there. You know, obviously when you turn on the lights here at the back, you know, this should be on the ground. So there's no reason why the second stage would have a light on the ground and the first stage wouldn't. So I'm looking at the lights here at the front, first stage, second stage. So there's a problem with the lights. Right, watch this. So first stage, so the lights are on, okay? But there's no light emanating on the ground, look. And then when you hit the second stage, they're on. So there's an issue there with the how the lights are configured. So there are no sounds associated with the pistons, you know, the pneumatics going up and down, which is a bit of a disappointment. But you know, it shouldn't be that hard to put them in. So we unfold the. Oh, very nice! Look at that, baby. Oh, beautiful. That is gorgeous. Gorgeous animation, very, very smooth. But once again, no sounds associated with this. That is a beautifully smooth animation. Look at that. That's very well done. But again, unfortunately, no sounds. Very nice. Very, very smooth animation. Very nice. Raise crane arm. Honk. So it has tension belts for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, it has tension belts. That's interesting. I wonder why they'd have tension belts on that. So you can obviously put something there, look. That's interesting. So you can rotate the crane, obviously. Slow movement, but it should give the full 360 degree. Now I want to see, how am I going to get this thing to work? Activate cruise control. So you can, that moves that up and down. Okay. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. So what about this piece at the side? This is, you see there's an extension piece at the side here, look. So why isn't that attaching to it? Let's see how far this thing goes out. Holy shit, that is big. I literally can't even zoom out the camera enough. Jesus Christ, that is enormous. Holy Toledo. I can't even zoom out enough for you to see it. Jesus, look at this. Whoa, baby, that is some bloody reach. Look at that. That is a massive reach in this thing. And as I said, there's an extension piece at the side. Look, see this piece here, the yellow piece? But I don't see any way to attach it. That boom is absolutely enormous. Huge. That's what she said. Ooh, baby. See, I don't know. I don't know. So this, maybe this little piece at the side here is just for visual purposes. Because in the real world, this would be like an extension piece, wouldn't it? There's no collisions on this mod. Yeah, look. There's no collisions on the cab. There's no collisions on the. So you know you can't stand in it basically. So this piece here, look. Now these are extension pieces. But there's no way to attach them. So full crane, toggle map view, rotate crane. That's that. That's that. Extend the crane arm. Pull it back in. Now, what you would use this for, I don't know. What would you, you know, what are you going to move with this thing? I have no idea. So I don't know how to operate the, like this piece, whether it's going to pick anything up. Right, let's just extend that out here. Yeah, let's extend this. How do I extend the bloody thing again? No. No. There we go. So yeah, I don't know how to, I don't know how this thing actually works. What are you going to attach to this thing? See, it would be nice, you know, for let's say this was, you were using this in Silver Run Forest, right? So my guess would be that, you know, you'd have like a cable, right? So you know the way you have the winch system. So you get a prompt here to you know, attach the cable to the logs, right? And then you'd be able to lift it up and that type of thing and transport it or move it, whatever. But you know, there's nothing showing up. There's no simple IC functions or either. You know, you're not getting any prompts or anything. So here's the interior cab. I love the fact that he has a Microsoft, you know, the blue screen of death. You know, the Windows blue screen of death. So he actually has a picture of it in the one of the displays there at the bottom. So that's just a static image there. You know, it's non-functional or anything. Once again, you know, the quality of the 3D model isn't the best. It's not very modern. I would imagine this is probably from FS17 as well. It's been ported. You know, it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. I've certainly seen worse. Let's put it that way. As I said, there's some beautiful animation with these arms. The way it lifts off the vehicle, but no sounds, unfortunately. Now, if we could just get some, you know, functionality into this thing, you know, it's all very well having something like this, but you know, unless I can lift and use it to move pallets or logs or, you know, attach a sheep to the bottom of it or something, you know what I mean? Then you know, it's just the it's just kind of a role play thing. You know, it has no functionality in Farming Simulator. So maybe he has something, you know, I look at the XML, but I don't know. Maybe there's something there that I'm missing. Let's fold this again. Let's just drive and see, can we I don't know, maybe I'm missing something. So there's no sounds associated with the kind of the in and out motion of the arm there either. But I just want to test and see if I drive over maybe, I don't know, a pallet or something, see will something, a prompt or whatever come up. No, we're getting no prompt or anything, so I don't know. Tony, you might take a look at this later on or something yourself. See what's going on. Maybe I've missed something, you know, it is possible. But yeah, you know, it just seems to be like a kind of a roleplay type thing, you know. It doesn't appear to have any, you know, in-game functionality. So that's that one. Next up, we have the bell. Okay, this, I think this maybe has more promise. So this is an odd, weird looking thing. So it's got a single wheel at the back, 2 at the front. Clearly you've got to grab logs with this thing. You're not going to get many logs with this bloody thing. Look at the size of that. That's tiny. So the doors are open by default, you know. Ooh, okay. So the doors fold and unfold, but it would be nice once again. Sounds need to be added to these animations. Let's take a look. So shit. Is there an engine in there? Bloody well does. Look at that shit. Look. So you've got a fully modeled engine in there. Not bloody bad. They all have different, you know, texture and material types and material colors. Look. So this is 3D, you know, it's shit. This looks like a weight. See this piece here? Looks like a weight on the back. That would probably be necessary to stabilize the damn thing. Just take a look in the cab. This is a very unusual vehicle. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this before. There is literally nothing in here. Joystick doesn't work. Pedals don't work. Whoa, she is freaking maneuverable. Look at this baby. Woo! 0 turn, baby. Look at that shit. Nice. $11 forward and reverse. Sweet. Any lights in this thing? Two stages of lights, but I only kind of see one. It might have a low and a high beam. I'd have to see it at night time. There might be a low and a high beam. That's what, maybe what the lights are. So yeah, she's unusual. So he's added sounds to these. So there's no sound associated with the, you know, the forward motion, but there is for the reverse. So that has sounds, but for going forward has nothing. So that's the full extent of your reach. Full 360-degree rotation. Okay. So he has added clamping sounds to this. Let me get in again. Yeah, he has, look. He's added sounds to that. Not bad. Not bad. This is different. Definitely different. Let's see what she can actually pick up. I guess what you could use something like this for, if you have a You know, if you have a very dense forest and you know, you have limited space to maneuver or move around, you know, you could bring this little bad boy in there, you know, or you know, have trees in awkward positions, you know, with that type of thing. You know, you could bring this shit in there and you know, pull out the logs or whatever. There's definitely use cases for this. No, 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 Richard. There we go, look. Ooh. So that's about it. 2 logs is most you're going to get out of this, look. That's literally it. So you get a reverse beep. I like this. I like this a lot. This is nice. You're definitely gonna have... Whoa. Yeah, oh, baby. Yeah, so weight is a problem, obviously. So as you can see here at the back, look, there are some plates here at the back, right? So there's like 4 plates. Now whether they are acting as an actual weight, I don't know, but it needs some mass on the ass. You know what I mean? It needs some, you know, you need some junk in the trunk, as it were, to you know, to give it a little bit more stability. But yeah, the most you're going to get out of this thing is 2 logs, look, because that thing is full. But yeah, it's not bad. Not bad at all. As I said, you know, you could potentially use this in, you know, a dense wooded forest area, and you can't get your tractor in there. You know what I mean? So if you need something small, and compact, and maneuverable to get in that, you know, that area to pull out the logs, I think this could do the job very nicely. It's not bad at all. Not bad. Different, very unusual design and shape and, you know, that type of thing. Once again, it's not the most detailed 3D model, you know, but he definitely has put some work in it. You know? It's got a fully modeled engine in there, look. Yeah, it's not bad at all. So just take a look at the log here, and so the log loader has an error, and the air filter cleaner, the index for the air filter cleaner is not mapped in the i3D. That should be easy to fix. It's just putting the entry in, you know. I don't see anything here in terms of the warnings and errors that can, you know, nothing here is concerning me. You know, I think it could all be fixed easy enough, you know. So let's take a look at the shop. So this is the Bell logger, okay? Now, she seems a little over horsepowered for me. I'll have to take a look at this in the real world and see what's going on with this thing. So this is the Bell logger. She's 515 horsepower, which seems extremely high. 200 litres of diesel, 11 mph forward and reverse. She's 13.7 tons. It doesn't seem like that, does it? It seems like a very, very small piece of equipment to be 13.7 tons. There's a little bit of weirdness, as you can see, when she loads in. You know what I mean? So that could be the, I don't know, maybe that's the shop rotation or something. Something in the XML, maybe that could be adjusted. You know, it's not a big deal. It's just a little bit weird. It's just 25,000. No options, no color options, nothing. You know, I would imagine it shouldn't be too difficult to add color options to this thing if you wanted to. So that's that one. So we have the Grove GRT 655, the rough terrain crane. You get this tire for some reason. Don't ask me why. Maybe that's the reason you're supposed to pick it up with this. You know what? That's probably what it's bloody for. I wonder if it's for the I wonder if it's to pick up the little tire here. I get nothing again. So yeah, I'm not seeing anything. I'm not getting any. I'm not getting anything to, you know, to pick it up or nothing to, you know, no prompt basically. So yeah, you get the you get this tire for some reason. I don't know why. So you get the Grove GRT 655 rough terrain crane. 500. Oh, Jesus, $500,000. Holy shit. 515 horsepower, 800 liters, 4 mph, 41.2 tons. No options. $500,000. That is not cheap. The Kalmar Forest. So this is the DRF 450-60S5 or SS. It's 145,000. 650 horsepower, 850 liters, 15 mph, 77.5 tons. This bloody thing is, holy shit. It's a heavy boy. You can add a logo decal on it. Goes on both sides. Main color, rim color. Pretty standard stuff, really. Nothing worth talking about or writing home about. So we have the gantry. I mean, that isn't correct. So this is what 1,500. So I would imagine this should have been like 1.5 million or something, you know. So again, 515 horsepower, 800 liters, 4 mph, 151.6 tons. No options. So clearly the price will have to be adjusted up on that, because there's no way that's, you know, that's probably 1.5 million for this thing. So my kind of overall review impression, my recommendations. So I think the top recommendation would be the Bell Logger. She's number one on my, you know, list, as it were. In terms of the mod, I think this is the best one of the 4 that I showed. I could definitely see myself using this on Silver Run Forest. It's got a lot of potential. A few little issues, you know, nothing major. You know, I think they could all be fixed. It's different. It's unique, you know. So what I'd like to do maybe is look at the real world machine and see what it, you know, what it's like, and maybe, you know, adjust the specs to the, you know, the real world machine, that type of thing. My next recommendation then would be this Bogan. So I think this mod has a huge potential for Silver Creek again. The bloody crane thingy, or whatever they call this thing, is enormous, so you can hold a lot of logs in this. The reach in this thing is just astronomical. So you can move your logs around, you know, pull them off the, you know, the log trailers, load them onto the trains on Silver Run Forest, you know, that type of thing. I would definitely give this a shot. I think that there's a lot of potential in this mod to be very useful, you know. But and then the other two, I don't really recommend this one. It's just a little, excuse me, it's just a little bit too old. The crane, while you know it's nice, I love the animations of these arms going in and out, but you know, no functionality. Not in Farming Simulator anyways. Maybe there is, and I haven't been able to identify it. Maybe if someone else takes a look at the mod later on, you know, maybe they will spot something I missed. But for right now, I can't see any functionality in terms of, you know, lifting things, logs, pallets, bales, whatever. You know, it seems to be non-functional. So, my friends, that is kind of it for very odd, interesting. I guess you could say these are logging-based mods. I think we're going to see a lot more of these going forward, you know. Probably going to see more on the mod hub, more on the quote-unquote dodgy websites as we get closest to Silver Run Forest. It's, you know, under 2 weeks away now. Well, sorry, 3 weeks. But, you know, yeah, we're 3 weeks away on Tuesday. You know, it's going to creep up pretty damn quickly, you know. And, you know, if you're into your logging, you know, hopefully the Giants has worked on the physics for the logging map. And hopefully the log handling is a lot better than it is currently, which is pretty much a disaster. And there you go, my friends. That's kind of it for me. Nothing really more to say there. So hopefully you found some of that interesting, entertaining, informative, boring, whatever. So, my friends, we are going to leave it there for tonight. So we have been streaming now for just over an hour and 3 minutes. So thank you all very much for tuning in. I appreciate it. And yeah, God willing, we shall see you again in the next one, whenever that may be. But for right now, take care. Bye-bye.